وعن عمران بن حسين قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فلينأم والله إن الرجل ليأتي يحسب أنه مؤمن ويتبعه بما يبعث به من الشبهات رواه أبو داود.
Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah, we're coming to the lesson for the term. Allah accept. وعن إمران بن حسين قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من سمع بالدجال فلينأ منه فوالله إن الرجل ليأتيه وهو يحسب أنه مؤمن, right, فيتبعه مما يبعث به من الشبهات رواه أبو داود. Now right now saying, he said that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that who hears about the Dajjal, if you hear about the Dajjal, right, then فَلْيَنْأَ he should remain far away from him. Then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for Allah, take us from Allah, inna rajul, a person, he will come to Dajjal, and وَهُوَ يَحْسِبُ أَنَّهُ مُؤْمِنٌ, and he will think he's a proper true believer. You say, no, I'm a true believer, I got the iman, I can withstand this fitna, whatever, right? وَيَحْسِبُ أَنَّهُ مُؤْمِنٌ فَيَتَّبِعُهُ مِمَّا يُبْعَثُ بِهِ. Then this here is like the fire. مِمَّا يُبْعَثُ بِهِ مِنَ الشُّبُهَاتِ, that which he has been sent with it from the doubts, فَيَتَّبِعُهُ, it will follow him. You understood what it means? What does it mean? You tell what it means. What does it mean? فَيَتَّبِعُهُ مِمَّا يُبْعَثُ بِهِ مِنَ الشُّبُهَاتِ رواه أبو داود. What does it mean? What does it mean? In other words, that which the challenge is sent for to create confusion, etc., it will affect this person. Are you with me? حول حديث means now? Then what is حول حديث? No, other way around. وَيَحْسَبُ أَنَّهُ مُؤْمِنٌ, you would think he's a true believer, right? But see there, they got the, I'll show you. Just 1 second. Yeah, what you say what the hadith means now? You tell me what the hawla hadith means. Tell me what the hawla hadith means. Tell me. Right? 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 Right. So what the hadith is saying, let me give you what the hadith. The hadith is saying this. Look here, when the Dajjal makes the emergence, you as a believer stay far away from him. Stay far away from him. Because you will come to the Dajjal thinking that you are a true believer. You say, no, my iman is very strong. But when you come by him, then فَيَتَّبِعُهُ مِمَّا يُبْعَثُ بِهِ مِنَ الشُّبَهَاتِ, it will follow you that which he has been sent with from the doubtful things. In other words, all those istidrajat that he got, it will affect you. All it is right. Now you got it. I'll repeat it again. I was just thinking I was looking at the hadith, I was thinking we learned something very important from this hadith besides it. So what the hadith is saying is that if you heard there's the child is coming there, right? You heard the child emerged and he is there, right? Stay far away from him. Because in your mind, you think you are a true believer, you think you are a solid believer, think you can fight him, but he's going to affect you. That which he said is going to affect you somehow or the other. So it's the safest thing. Like remember when we started the Kitabul Fitan, we done this. Man tasharrafaha istashrafaha. That the fitna, such fitna will come that even if you peep it at it, it will suck you in. just picture like this in your mind. Picture, a tornado, that wind is coming, and I guess it's flying in circles. Anything that comes in its way, you pick it will suck it up. It will suck it up. Remember, we just done now the chapter of between Tafsir ibn Kathir, the tornado that came to the people of Thamud. But I in Salih was sent to the people of Samud. We done that. Those winds, Rihun Asifa, it came and it was so forceful, it picked up the people, took him to the sky, and flung him down to the ground. Right? So remember, we said that in the beginning of the chapter, the fitan will be so great, it will come and it will suck anybody up. Man tasharrafa istashrafa. Who peeps at it, it will suck him in. Who peeps at it will suck him. So same thing, you in your mind think, no, I'm a strong person. My iman is solid like a dollar. I can go to him, I can fight him. But when you see all the miracles he performed, you see all the things he can do, you will also get affected. Maybe you won't lose your iman completely, but you will also be affected by that, right? So I was telling you, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is Jawami al-Kalim. His words are loaded with meaning. His words are loaded with meaning. I'm just looking at this hadith, I'm thinking about so many things. What I'm thinking about, remember I always tell you, even though always we say that the Dajjal is a person, that is a preferred opinion. Although some ulama have gone to say that the Dajjal is not a person, it's more likely he's like a concept, he's an age of deceit, etc., etc. But that does not preclude the fact that he will be preceded by a great deal of deception. You don't know what is happening. Even in the world today, you don't know what is happening. You see there, if you just look at what happened, I mean, just simple thing. You just look at what happened yesterday in Sham. All the hadith speak about Sham. Ceasefire came between and Israel, and the same day, the so-called Mujahideen, they attacked Bashar al-Assad, they attacked the governor of Syria. They are supposed to be the Mujahideen, but where did they pop up from with new vehicles and new armored vehicles and all this type of thing? Are they true Mujahideen, or are they being used by third forces, being manipulated? I told you, we speak about a Dajjali system. We speak about obfuscation. We speak about, many people, they think these are true Mujahideen. But where does a person just pop up from nowhere with new armory and new armored vehicles and all that type of thing, and they're fighting the government? And it just happens at the same time the ceasefire take many theories. But the point I'm trying to tell you, you don't know who's supporting who. You don't know if these are true Mujahideen or these people. One club, they say they show Israeli money in the pocket of the Mujahideen, Turkish money they found. So I was telling you, the Jali system. So what I was saying, the point is this here is that the fitna is such that it will suck you in, and you thought you're solid. You thought your iman is solid. So you think you got solid iman. And when you come in front of the Dajjal and you see the miracles he's performing, and so sometimes you think to yourself, no, forget about the Dajjal, but we'll go to this place here, or we'll go here, and we see these people, even though there's haram taking place there, maybe there's musical festival taking place, or there's nudity, there's dancing, there's a jazz festival taking place. This won't affect us. You think you are solid, but you do not know these stuff have a negative effect upon you. Like, I was telling you, sometimes like there is places of fitness, so sometimes some people want to go make dawah there. They want to go. Just yesterday, I saw also one club, the one sheikh, he was doing dawah in the nightclub, whatever. So now, the thing is this year, if you got strong iman, then, but if you got weak iman, you think you got strong iman, you go there, you get affected by it, it affects you. The same usul we learn from there, that do not unnecessarily expose yourself to these type of things, because it will negatively affect you. Okay, read the next hadith. يا وأنا أسماء بنتي يزيد ابن Yazid, see, Asma is غير منصرف with the feminine word. So it's Asma. Then Binti is obviously the sifat of Sama, that's why it's Maksur. Then Yazida is also supposed to be Maksur, but because remember you done this, when a Ism come on the fair scale, when the Ism come on the fair scale, it's also غير منصرف. Remember? That's why Asma Binti Yazid ibn Sakani. Are you with me? Like how we got Yahya, Yahya is also a fail. Kamno ism mudharif is غير منصرف, right? So وأسماء بنت يزيد بن سكن يزيد, right?
الله تعالى عنها قالت قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يمكث الدجال في الأرض 40 سنة كالشهر وأشهر الجمعة والجمعة كاليوم انشرار السفعة الناس رواه.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Narrating the authority of Asma bint Yazid II. She said that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that the Dajjal will remain in this world for 40 years. And 1 year will be like a month, and a month will be like a Juma, and a Juma will be like a day, and a day will be as quick as the burning. Normally, when when something is very, very dry, when wood is very dry, we got our man here, he's a camper, he knows he makes fires and sit by the fire. When the wood is wet, it takes long to burn, am I right? But if the wood is, first, if it's dry and it's light, it's not so, it's not so heavy, like a light twig. It burns quick, quick, quick. Catch the light and burns out quick, quick, quick. So I don't know if you see maybe the date palm, you have on a date palm, you have this, I think it is where the date is on. So it's like almost like a bunch of hair, almost 10 hairs. So when this thing is dry, it burns quick, quick like that. So normally in Arabic, this is expression of something happening quickly because this branch of the date is burned quick, quick, right? So it's an expression for something to happen quick, 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 quick. So now, if you are sharp, you just say, nah, hey, but there's a problem here. Remember the other hadith that spoke about the jar remaining in dunya for 40 days. Remember? And here he speaks about 40 years. يمكث الدجال في الأرض 40 سنة. So here the Sharih say, if you look at the authenticity of the hadith, then this is the weaker hadith. The other hadith that speaks about 40 days is the more authentic. So if we have to give preference to say which hadith is more authentic and which is inauthentic, then we'll give preference to the hadith that speaks about 40 days. But rather than doing that, I told you, remember I mentioned this to you before, that when you're enjoying yourself, then time flies, right? There's a hadith that also say, remember something similar, we done this in the beginning, that when you are in your qabr and you are successful, then they will say, Nam ka nawmatil arus, sleep like how a bride sleeps. Sleep like how a bride sleeps. So the ulama say, but does a bride even sleep on the first night? Does a bride even sleep on she don't sleep on the first night? There's no time for her to sleep. She's busy all the time. So what does it mean? The lawazim that comes with it. She is happy. What is she? She's happy. So it's no be happy like a bride that is happy, right? Be happy. So not the actual meaning of sleeping won't be there because first what time the wedding ends, she's tired, she's not gonna sleep at night. So same thing here means the lawazim that goes with it. So I told you when you are enjoying yourself, when you say time flies, right? But when you are under stress and you are worried, it seems like time is going very, very slowly. When you're waiting for something, there's a state, the Arabic says, something like about intizar sarji ba'dal, but like there's nothing more anxious, nail biting than waiting for respite after difficulty. Like waiting for respite after difficulty. So that explanation gets used that there's no contradiction between the hadith, but rather it means that, because in fact, the next hadith speak about something similar there. I'll show you when I'm going to point out to you here. The hadith speaks about something similar, about being restless at the time of waiting for respite, being restless at the time of, as a person that hasn't eaten for a few days and they're waiting for food, how difficult. Or forget about that. Ask a 5-year-old, 6-year-old that is waiting in front of the Dastar Khan, waiting in front of the Sufra with all the food there, waiting for the Maghrib Azan. Ask him how slow the time is. Ask him how. That's why you tell us that don't sit there, look at the food and think the time is going to go quicker. Rather go play. When you say, "Give you're busy," then the time will go quicker, right? So you can say something similar to that. There is no contradiction, but rather it means that that's why the hadith also says, see, السنة كالشهر والشهر كالجمعة والجمعة كاليوم. It's so, remember we said يتقارب الزمان, but at this point in time, it will go very, very slowly the time, right? Okay, carry on, read the next hadith. So rather than saying the one is more authentic, they take the first one in the literal sense, and take the second one, the weaker one, in the figurative sense. You understand what I'm saying? And that is what we do. We make ta'wil instead of make ta'arud, right? Read the next one. اوكي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن ابي سعيد الخدري قال رسول يذبح الدجال من امتي 70,000 عليهم السيجان. رواه في شريف السنه. رأيتنا authority of Abi Sa'id al-Khudri said the Rasul was said that they will follow the Dajjal from my ummah. 70,000 people that will be beguiled, they will fall for him. And upon them they will have this type of cloth, shijan. In Arabic you say birzaun or tijan. It's like a green cloth that they wear. So they also this will be like the sign, like how the Palestinians they have they scarf, the kafaya they wear. You look at the Taliban, they got the turban they wear, etc. etc. So it is a sign by which you will recognize him. So you see, you will get these are the people who will fall for him. These are the people who will fall for his tricks, and they will follow him and they will support him. Right? That's why I say in Arabic, بِكُلِّ سَاقِطَةٍ لَاقِطَةٌ. For everything that falls down, there is somebody to pick it up. No matter how dirty it is, how false it is, there is somebody to pick it up. So, alhamdulillah, after this last, no, okay, this will learn the hadith now. Okay, read the next hadith, inshallah.
Yes, about عنها قالت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في بيته فذكر الدجال فقال إن بين يديه 30 سنة تمشي السماء مثل قطرها والأرض مثل ثانية تكتب السماء مثل قطرها والأرض.
Right, Steve, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Same narrator, Asma bint Yazid, she said that Nabi Sallallahu mentioned, right, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في بيتي وهي my house فذكر الدجال, he mentioned الدجال فقال إن بين يديه 3 سنين سنة تمسك السماء فيها ثلث قطرها. That before the advent of Dajjal, for 3 years, 3 سنين, right, 3 سنين, the sky was home 2/3 of his water, right? In other words, there will be a drought, right? What? Sorry, 1/3 of his water, right? Carry on. And the earth will, as a result of the rain being withheld, the earth will also withhold 1/3 of his crops. In other words, it will be, so to say, difficult times, economically depressed times. Carry on. Then in the 3rd year of the drought, it will progressively get worse. The sky will hold back 2/3 of its water. Right, and then the land will bring والأرض ثلثي نباتها to hold back 2/3 of its crops. والثالثة تمسك السماء قطرها كلها. Then in the 3rd year, the sky will hold back all its water. والأرض نباتها, and the earth will not bring out any of its crops. Like كله ولا يبقى ذات ظلف ولا ذات ذرة من البهائم إلا هلك. There will not remain ذات ظلف referred to a hoof, or possessor of a hoof, ولا person or a possessor of a canine teeth from among the animals, illa halaka, except it will be destroyed. It will be difficult times, it will be set the scene, right? So, وَإِنَّ مِنْ أَشَدِّ فِتْنَةِ أَنَّهُ يَأْتِي الْأَعْرَابِيَ. And verily from amongst the greatest of its tests is that يأتي الأعرابية, the Dajjal will come to a Bedouin, a farmer, فيقول أرأيت إن أحييت لك إبلك. Tell me, if I give life to your camel, ألست تعلم أني ربك? Will you know, will you accept that I am your Rabb then? فيقول بلى. He says, yes, if you can perform this miracle, this feat, now obviously this person is hard pressed, his difficulty, I will. فيمثل له الشيطان نحو إبله كأحسن ما يكون. Then Shaitan will يمثل, assume the form for him like that of his camel, كأحسن ما يكون, like the best of what it will be. ضروعا, ضروع means which is others, right? Full. وأعظمها أسنمة, and greatest of the hugeness of hump. In other words, like I told you, high hump shows a healthy animal, right? قال ويأتي رجلا, you come to a person قد مات أخوه, his brother passed away, ومات أبوه, and his father passed away, فيقول أرأيت إن أحييت لك أباك. Tell me, if I bring to life your father, وأخاك, and your brother, and your ألست تعلم, will you accept أني ربك, I am your Rabb? فيقول بلى, yes. فيمثل له الشيطان نحو أبيه. The shaitan will assume the form like his father, like his brother. قالت ثم خرج رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بحاجته. Then Nabi Sallallahu in the middle he went out for some need, maybe he need to visit the bathroom, whatever. ثم رجع, till he came back. والقوم في اهتمام وغم. People were in worry and concern about this great test that Nabi is speaking about, right? وغم مما حدثهم, which he told him. قالت فأخذ بلحية الباب. Nabi said to him, how the two, like the door, like how you stand between the door, the two parts of the frame. فقال ما هيم أسماء. Take it easy, أسماء. قلت يا رسول الله لقد طلعت أفئدتنا بذكر الدجال. You have unsettled our hearts with the mention of Dajjal. قال إن يخرج وأنا حي فأنا حجيجه. The man we mentioned, don't worry, don't stress too much. If he comes out, don't worry, I will be your lawyer. I will fight your case, right? But in the Rabbi, right? But if I'm not around, then I entrust you into the care of Allah Ta'ala, right? وإلا فإن ربي خليفتي على كل مؤمن. Right? فقلت يا رسول الله والله إنا لنعجز أجهننا فما نخبزه حتى نجوع. Interesting one, this. What he's saying here, he's saying this, Ya Rasulullah, when remember I told you, in the desert, food was a very big thing, because especially in Makkah, life was very difficult, and food was a very valuable and precious commodity. He said, Ya Rasulullah, what he's saying in this ibarat here, we are so impatient that when we are still grinding the wheat, we become impatient. We can't wait till we get the bread. That's what he's saying. So we don't have tolerance. We don't have that much of sabr to wait for the wheat to be ground and then to be baked, except we become impatient. So if we have so little sabr, how are we going to make sabr upon the test of the Dajjal? The Dajjal going to come, he's going to withhold, he's going to withhold the rains, he's going to withhold the crops. Allah Ta'ala will give him that miracle, people will be hungry. So how will we be able to 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, how will we be able to make sabr upon that? I told you, when you read this, you can't help to think about what the West do. If you say Dajjal is a system, if you say Dajjal is a people, then you say that these people have, so at the least we can say that the way these people carry on. I told you, 600,000 children was killed in Iraq with the imposed sanctions because the necessary milk formulas, the necessary medicine never get through. In Afghanistan, in the 21-year war that they had, 1 million people died. 1 million people. Currently in Gaza, all of North Gaza is on the brink of starvation. So even if we say the Dajjal is not a person, or rather if we say the Dajjal is a person, isn't this a Dajjali activity that was holding people's food, starving them, using food deprivation as a means of war? Whose work is this? Whose work is this? To use, this is prohibited in the Quran, this is prohibited in the Sunnah. The Sunnah is clear that you won't burn the crops, you won't cut the trees, you will not destroy the water reserves, you will not kill the elderly, you will not kill the monk. There's a hadith, we'll do it inshallah, we'll do Kitab al-Jihad. You will not kill, even he's a monk, he's not a Muslim, he's a religious figure. You will not kill the monk in the church, you will not kill the the rabbi. You want these all the adab and the etiquette of jihad that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam had taught us. But what are they doing? Tool of war. What is this? Whose work is this? This is the Dajjal's work. The Dajjal with all the rains, the Dajjal with all the food, the Dajjal with all the crops. So this Sahabi is saying, Ya Rasulullah, look again, Wallahi, inna la na'jizu ajizatana. Really, ajiz means like our flour. We bake our flour. فَنَا مَا نُخْبِزُ. Then you can say, we hardly make it into bread حَتَّى نَجُوعَ, until we are grilled by hunger. فَكَيْفَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِ يَوْمَئِذٍ. So how we are such impatient people. In other words, we will capitulate when the Dajjal put this pressure upon us. When he deprives us of food, when he deprives us of drink, and when he deprives us of water, we're gonna capitulate. We're gonna buckle under pressure. How will we do? So Nabi Sallam said, so فكيف بمن قال يجزئهم ما يجزئ أهل السماء من التسبيح والتقديس. He said it will suffice them what ma yujzi, what suffices the people of the sky from tasbih and taqdees. No, it will suffice them. No, it will saturate them. It will give you comfort. What gives the people of the skies, the people, the inhabitants of the sky, they don't eat food, they don't drink. What they make tasbih. وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ لَا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. So this is what will give them comfort. This is what will give them pleasure. Don't you see when you see the video clips of the people of Gaza complaining, we have no food, we're not doing nothing, but they say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Always at the end they say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. It's the same thing. What is it? That's the exact same thing. But they say, فَيُجْزِئُهُمْ ما يجزي أهل السماء من التسبيح والتقديس, making tasbih and making taqdees of Allah Ta'ala, saying Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. Read the next hadith.
المغيرة بن شعبة رضي الله تعالى عنه سأل أحد أكثر مما سألته إنه قال لي ألا يضرك؟ قلت إنهم يقولون جبل قال هو أحمد.
The next hadith, something similar to I mentioned to you. والمغيرة بن شعبة قال ما سأل أحد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الدجال أكثر مما سألته. Mughira ibn Shu'bah says, nobody asked Rasulullah about Dajjal more than what I asked him, right? See, ما سأل أحد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الدجال أكثر مما سألته. وإنه قال, he said, ما يضرك, he will not harm you. I said, قلت إنهم يقولون, I heard like from other narrations that people heard from you Rasulullah, إن معه جبل خبز ونهر ماء, that he will have a mountain of bread and he will have a river of water. So what he's trying to say by this, remember I told you life in the desert was very, very difficult, right? So food was a big thing. So what the Sahabi say, he will have a lot of things of the dunya by him. He will, and that will be used as a tool to deceive us. And that's what he's saying here. And I'm afraid that these things of the dunya he has, he will deceive us with it. Now, isn't that what even the West is propagating? They're telling that if you unbridle yourself, you unshackle yourself from Islam, and you adopt Western values, and you adopt their lifestyle, their freedoms, then you will have democracy, you will have prosperity, etc., etc. You will have freedom. So this is what they will entice you with. So similar, the Dajjal will entice you with this. He will entice you with freedoms, liberties, prosperity, things of the dunya. So the Sahabi was afraid. He said, وَإِنَّهُ قَالَ لِي, so the Nabi, no, it won't harm you, right? They said, وَأَهْوَنُ عَلَى اللَّهِ مِنْ ذَلِكَ. I told you before, it's metoriti pechidgi. What does it mean? If you look at the literal translation, it means, وَأَهْوَنُ, it is more easier upon Allah Ta'ala than that. In other words, what does he say? The Dajjal is more weaker than that he can entice a true believer. I want you to write it there. He's weaker than that. He's too weak. He's weaker than that he can entice a true believer. He is weaker than that he can entice a true believer. He is weaker than that he can entice a true. In other words, what Nabi Sallam is saying, that look here, yes, it will be a test. We're not saying it will be a walk in the park. It will be a test. But if you remain firm to the like exam time is coming, right? So you say, Moulana, I'm stressed. So the Moulana tell you, yeah, if you study the whole year, if you're present the whole year, you never stay absent, and you work hard, and all those places where we told you, this is the exam, if you learn that, then you're okay, you don't have to worry, you don't have to stress if you've done that, right? So saying, yes, he's a test, definitely. He will have many istizrajat that Allah Ta'ala will give him, etc. But if you are a true believer, if you got true, then he's weaker than that. He can influence you. That's what it means. وَأَهْوَنُ عَلَى اللَّهِ. He is weaker than Allah Ta'ala. He is weaker. وَأَهْوَنُ by Allah Ta'ala. He is weaker. وَأَهْوَنُ على Allah. In opposed to Allah Ta'ala means that he can beguile you. He can mislead you. You understood that? Okay, now we come to the last hadith, alhamdulillah, with the grace of Allah Ta'ala. So in other words, you remain firm to the values, you remain true to the values, inshallah, you won't have a problem. Read the next hadith.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وعن ابي هريره رضي الله تعالى عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ما بين اذنيه ومعا رواه في كتاب
Right. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن أبي هريرة narrated of Abu Huraira and in Nabi Sallallahu he narrates from the authority of Nabi Sallallahu said, يخرج الدجال على حمار أقمر. The Dajjal will emerge upon a white donkey. ما بين أذنيه 70 باعا. What is between its ears will be 70 handspans. رواه البيهقي في البعث والنشور. Imam Bayhaqi narrates this riwayat in Ba'ath and Nushur. Akmar refers to white, I told you. And here it says that white here, Akmar means a beautiful white. A beautiful white. So what is a beautiful white today? White, shiny, two big ears. Some ulama say this refers to like a plane or to a jet. They say that you say 2 years. Now remember I told you at that time, Sahaba Ikram wouldn't understand the right wing referred to one ear and the left wing referred to another ear, right? I told you can take it in a literal sense that maybe there will be a retrogression in technology. Maybe all the systems will collapse and we will go back to the old days. Or maybe it is new technology that's expressed in old words. So Akmar referred to white, shiny. So it could be, so he himself, the Dajjal, he will be an ugly person. I told you the left eye, etc. And the right will be flat, the right eye will be protruding. So this conveyance, it will be so huge that it will have 40 handspans between the 2 ears. They say here, we say ba'a. If you open your 2 arms like this here, see you stretch your 2 arms out and you stand like this here. This is 1 ba'a. This is 1 ba'a, which is maybe, you could say 1.5 meters or something like that, right? So that's 1 ba'a. So it's 70 of that, right? There's another riwayat also of Ibn Mas'ud which says that there will be 40 zira. Zira is the arm length there. The arm length, it will be 40 zira. So whatever it is here, they give you the explanation, right? But what it is, but it shows that it is like a big conveyance, etc. Are you with me? So I was telling you, some ulama says that this refers to like a plane, right? Here there's something interesting. Here the Sharia of this kitab, he says that there's an Egyptian scholar. His name is Kamal Hisham Abdul Hamid. Let's remember this, we must try to get this kitab. Kamal Hisham Abdul Hamid, he wrote an Arabic book which says like this, اقترب خروج المسيح الدجال. What is the kitab name? اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. He wrote the book اقترب خروج المسيح الدجال. That the emergence of Masih al-Dajjal has come very, very close. And in this book, he scanned all the hadiths. Remember, we never cover all the hadiths. We only done a few. I told you I got by the house book, Ashratu Sa'ad. There's quite a few of them. He scanned all the different hadiths. And from there, in one of the sections of his kitab, he wrote down all the different conveyances of Dajjal, all the different types of conveyances. And he says, if you mention all of them, he says it appears that sometimes that seems that the Dajjal sometimes will be using a boat, like a ship or a yacht. Sometimes he will be using like a jet. Sometimes he will be using a plane. He tried to fit it in. So he says it appears that at different points he will be using different type of conveyances. Hence, this appears in different words in the hadith, right? He says also in this kitab, he says, we must try to get this kitab, inshallah, that if you look at the books of the Jews, there's a lot of details about for him, for us, the Jah will be so to the Antichrist, anti-God. But for them, he will be the Messiah. Né? There's a book they got called Izachil, where they have all the details, right? And they got all the different type of details there with regards to. So this hadith here, which lens between the ears, it shows that it points to the fact that it could be a modern day conveyance. Now here in the Shara, in the next few pages, right, or in the next page, what the Shareef attempts to do, he attempts to show that the Dajjal is somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle. Now, I don't know, you ever heard about the Bermuda Triangle? You must read about it. I remember when we were small, you used to get the U magazine. You ever heard about the U magazine? You used to have some interesting stories. So once there was an article there about every plane that flies over the Bermuda Triangle, or every ship that goes there, it gets lost, it drowns, the ship sinks, or the aircraft disappear, etc., etc. So he's giving a whole lot of theories here about, it's close to America, and the Americans, they're in contact with the Dajjal and all that type of thing. And he say he inclined to believe that this is the Bermuda Triangle, but never make that mistake. Never make that mistake. Ambiguous. Don't say what you're keen that it is this or that, because tomorrow when it is disproved, you're going to lose face. I told you before when there was an alim, he passed away. Allah Ta'ala forgive him. He was using this hadith, and he used to say conclusively that the Mahdi will come in 2010. And I can't remember the proof, but there was a proof. And he was saying that the Mahdi will come in 2010, and he was going all over giving bayans and lectures. 2010 came, the Mahdi never came. He went into Ghaibah. He disappeared. He stopped giving bayans. He started working his daughter's pharmacist. He started working because now he lost face now. That's what I'm saying. His prediction never come through. So don't make that mistake. Even if you may become a researcher, maybe you finish here and you study all the hadith and say, no, the Dajjal is coming this day, or the Dajjal is in the Bermuda Triangle, or don't do that. Because if you are proven wrong, it's going to be embarrassing. So you can say, you can say like this, it appears, it seems like, that this hadith shows this, or this hadith, these signs are here, and these signs are here, like that. But don't make that mistake of saying conclusively that no, he is here, or he will come out at this time, etc., etc. Then you're going to save face. So, like I told you, that we mentioned that all of these things, they relate to what? To the final hour. And the final hour itself is not known. So he got a whole page here giving a lot of things about connection between the Dajjal and the American government and all that type of thing. I told you that is dangerous. Don't do that. You're going to embarrass yourself. If your prediction doesn't manifest itself, it doesn't. So just keep it ambiguous. So you say Allah Ta'ala, the final hour, the sa'a is itself unknown, it's ambiguous. So keep it like that. Keep it ambiguous and not venture. Okay, so that brings us to the end of that. This is a brief account. There is a lot of other details. There's another book on to get. There's a scholar from Pakistan. His name is Shah Abu Mansur, right? He, in fact, wrote a whole book on all of this eschatology, and it's also translated in English. Maybe we must get a hold of that. So, inshallah, we will stop there. Allah Ta'ala accept it. Allah Ta'ala make it a means of our salvation. Allah Ta'ala make it a means of our forgiveness. Allah Ta'ala send the reward to all our marhumeen and make it a means of their salvation. If we are well, healthy, and hale next year, we will start with Babu Qistat ibn Sayyar, inshallah. So today also, inshallah, we will round up the chapter of our Qasr in Hidayah Shareef. We can carry on for your period, inshallah.